What up, everybody? It's Jason, and I want to do a DVD slash VHS slash Blu-ray haul. So slash that I've done. I did today. I went to a Goodwill and I went to a pawn shop next to not too far from my house, and I'm gonna pick them up. I picked them up. Everything you used to see here, I spent like about $18 total on the VHS and the DVD slash Blu-ray. So the first stack I want to do is a flipping stack of VHS. And there may be some more in the bag that I'll flip as well. But this is the first group I'm just going to flip because, again, on eBay, sometimes these are going for between $5 to $8, sometimes more. I always do free shipping. A lot of times it can blow up in my face. It happens. But a lot of times it works out to my favor. So these first are between $5 to $8 with shipping that they were selling for. So if I do it without shipping, maybe I'll be on the higher end of that, maybe even more. So you just never know. The first one up is Trucking Crazy. You know, Trucking Crazy, man. Don't be so trucking crazy. So again, it's kind of obvious. It's a monster truck VHS. Pick that up. All the VHS were like $1. Next up is The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. This is a Walt Disney classic. Anything Walt Disney VHS related that's kind of not your typical run of the mill can always go for a shiny doubloon. So again, I love this movie when I was a kid. I love Ichabod Crane, so I want to give this one a shot. It says it's a mini classic, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, so that's on there. The next one here, I just got it for the pure fact that it's Michael Caine and Pierce Brosnan, and it says Nuclear Terror, the Fourth Protocol. When the clock goes straight up, so will 2 square miles of England. Excuse me. So I've never seen this movie before. I don't know anything about it. This says the superpowers agree not to hide atomic bombs in each other's countries. One of them lied. So when you see stuff like that, you know, I'm all about that life. So there you go. Give this a shot. See what it turns out. The next two are just sealed. Sealed copies of VHS, shockingly, are still a pretty penny if you find the right buyers and the right time. And I looked these up, and they went for quite a bit of money sealed. So we'll see. And like I said, we all know auctions on eBay. You know, I have $1 in it. Shipping is going to be about $3 and change. So it's $4 already. So if this thing goes for anything less than about $4, then I'm in the hole. So but a lot of times I usually only pick them up if they're at least $5, if not $8 or more. That being said, the next one up is a sealed copy of It's a Wonderful Life. It says the original uncut version, so I don't know what that even means, but it says it's uncut and it's sealed as you see here. So I want to pick this up because it's never been opened. And from Good Time Home Video. Next up is another sealed MGM musical classic, Singing in the Rain. As you can see here, it's still sealed. It has the little tape right there. There again, the back. So this has Gene Kelly, Donald O'Connor, and Debbie Reynolds. Debbie Reynolds is the aunt of oh boy, what's his name? I can't remember his name. Almost George Clooney. All right, next up we have The Faculty. The Faculty. This is another movie from the '90s, late '90s, I believe, maybe early 2000s, something like that. But it's a great movie. I love it. So Robert Rodriguez joint. You have Elijah Wood's in here. Oh, what's that kid's name? From Famke Janssen's in it. Piper Laurie. Clea Duvall's in here. Josh Hartnett, who I was thinking of. Jordana Brewster. Robert Patrick. Jon Stewart. So yeah, it's a cornucopia of actors. Next up is Avowed Angel, another 80s classic. Here it says, it's the 4th year, it's 4 years later, she's graduating college, the cop who got her off the streets has been murdered. Angel's back with a vengeance. Bow, bow, bow. Her all-new Hollywood adventure. So let's take a look here. Betsy Russell. And let's see, Ossie Davis is in this. Okay, Ossie, go boy. So Ossie Davis is in that one. So that's another one here. Here's one that's pretty a classic, a Stanley Kubrick classic, Doctor Strangelove. So this is Doctor Strangelove on VHS. This is a pretty rare one. I don't remember ever seeing this, like, in this box variation. You know, and again, like I said, you know, this is pretty popular with the kids. When I say the kids, I mean Gen Xers and older. Now, this is the one that pretty popular. Christine, John Carpenter's Christine, off of a book by Stephen King. So there you go. You can't beat that. Christine. I love Christine. Such a great movie. So again, this is Christine. Next up, this was a kind of, I actually looked over this the first time I saw it. I didn't really pay attention because the back of the boxes is so generic. But when I turn it over on the front part, I'm like, oh my gosh, I always wanted to get this. The giant Gila monster. Or is it Gila monster? Maybe it's Gila. I think it's a Spanish word, so I think sometimes we'll say Gila, but maybe it's supposed to be pronounced Gila. But anyways, the giant Gila monster. But this is a 1959 classic. It's the whole atomic age science fiction, animals run amok type of thing here. So that's the reason I was telling you. I saw the back and I was like, this is just like some generic back. But again, the giant Gila monster. So that is such a great image right there, by the way. Next up is Matt Damon and Edward Norton in Rounders. I don't ever remember seeing it in this clamshell. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is a way it came. I believe this used to be a rental, so maybe they just cut the box and then put it in here, because when you open it up, it says Hollywood Video inside this thing, and then it has Hollywood Video on the sticker there. So I'm thinking they might have cut this. Oh, no, they didn't cut it. This is just a insert in here for this. It's Rounders 1998, so who knows. But anyways, I love this movie. I have it on Blu-ray and DVD, so I might as well pick it up on VHS. I did not have it on VHS. And, like I said, there's nothing on the VHS that it's not on the DVD or Blu-ray, but I just thought it's cool. And it's not a variation I've seen before. And the last two is another sealed copy. This was Hedwig and the Angry Itch. I don't know much about it, but it went for a pretty penny online, sealed. You see, it does show that it's, but the plastic's been ripped, but the bottom, as they can see, is sealed with the logo there, so you can see it's an actual logo. So we'll see. I mean, like I said, it went for quite a bit of money online. So, but the best one out of the lot is who directed this? Who is the director of this? I know it's Elliot Silverstein. It's an Anchor Bay release of The Car. So here you have The Car. It has James Brolin, Heather Lloyd, John Marley, and Ronnie Cox. But this is The Car. This is on DVD and Blu-ray, but I've never seen this variation on VHS. And it's an Anchor Bay release. And Anchor Bay, I'm not for sure how long they did VHS, but it wasn't too super long because they moved to DVD and Blu-ray. Well, DVD pretty early on. They're like one of the ones out the gate that I remember doing, cult and horror films, sci-fi films, kind of obscure stuff. So they weren't doing a lot of VHS to my knowledge. And then lastly, guys, I got a handful, a smattering, if you will, of Blu-ray, one Blu-ray that's in a steelbook, and it's numbered. I didn't even notice it until I was going through cleaning everything up. This is numbered out of 30,000, I guess, here. So it's not, it's 30,000, but still, it's Iron Man 2, Electric Boogaloo. So you have Iron Man 2 here. Super pumped about this. We have a look inside, it is a 3-disc set. I've never seen this before, this variation, so I'm super pumped about it. So we'll see, what this is all about. There's nothing on here. I'm sure it came with like a J card or something that tells you what all the features are, but nothing came with it. So I'll have to pop it in and see what happens. Next up is the Chronicles of Riddick trilogy. So this is with the slipcover, which is unusual. So these are all $1 a piece. The Blu-ray was $2. When I went to the register, the guy who was working, I think he might have been the owner of the pawn shop. He was trying to tell me this was $5, those were for TV shows and like big box sets. And I'm like, dude, this is a Blu-ray. This was in your Blu-ray section. I think he thought I was lying, so he had to have like one of his like workers go and look it up on the computer. He wasn't going to sell it to me. I'm like, are you going to lose all these sales over $3 because that's what's going to happen? I couldn't believe it because I think he thought I was lying. And I'm like, dude, you had it in the Blu-ray section. It's a Blu-ray. And he was just like, okay, fine, $2. Anyway, so we got Chronicles of Riddick, or the Riddick Chronicles with Vin Diesel. It comes with Pitch Black, Dark Fury, and Riddick. That's the unrated. All of them are unrated director's cut, so that's cool. Like I said, it comes with the slipcover, and then got the little snappy snaps. So again, we got 2 movies on this one, and then you got the other one here. So pretty cool. And then we have, after that, we have Sons of Katie Elder. Again, this is a shout out to my dad, Billy Will, aka Dad. This is a movie I don't think I had, so I wanted to pick it up, and it was in widescreen, which I've talked about on my channel before. Widescreen's the only version I want to pick up. All these westerns, because there's so much to see, and when you get a full screen version or a pan scan or whatever, they cut it all in half, so you see this a small version. And when you're seeing these landscapes, these beautiful, out west, and you only see like a little chunk of it, it kind of takes away from the movie when you know what's there. Next up is Come to Daddy with Elijah Wood. I'd never seen the movie before. I don't know much about it. It's a horror movie. Apparently it's a throwback kind of feel. It says insane crowd pleaser. The back looks amazing. Let me show you the back. So there you have the back. But Elijah Wood, I've always been a big fan. I mean, he's rocking the creepy, like, 70s porn mustache. So you can't go wrong with that. It says Come to Daddy is staged in a Wicked universe, twisting and turning like a Coen Brothers film. Well, there you go. It might suck, but guess what? I spent $1. $1. So I can always flip that on eBay, I'm sure, for at least $3 or $4 or $5, which is what usually my DVDs go for. Next up is the Royal Rumble, 2007. So this is a last man standing match with John Cena and Umaga. And then we have Batista versus Mr. Kennedy, Bobby Lashley versus Test. What else is in here? What else we have in here? It comes with the insert. That's cool. Who else we have in here? The Hardys versus Eminem. Let's see here. We already talked about that. The Royal Rumble match. Shawn Michaels versus John Cena versus Rated RKO. Donald Trump and Mr. McMahon. There we go. So there you go. So it looks like it has some promise. Again, I got it for $1. And here's the back if I didn't show the back off. I think I might already have this now that I'm looking at it. So that might be one I'll just throw up on eBay and try to sell. Next is Puppet Master 3, which is actually one of my favorite Puppet Masters. I couldn't believe I found this for $1. It comes with a video zone and the making of Puppet Master 3 special feature from Charles Band Studios, Full Moon. It's Toulon's Revenge. I remember, I don't know what year this came out, but I was probably like 10-ish, I bet, 10 or maybe 12. And me and my brother would sit down and watch all the Puppet Master movies. And part 3 probably, I don't know about Brandon. If Brandon, if you're watching this, let me know. Was one of my favorites because it was the one first introduced this flame-throwing one. And it was a super cool. I think this also comes with a 6-shooter. There was a 6-shooter Old West one. And then last but surely not least is a sealed copy of Short Circuit 1 and 2. Never been opened. And I am a huge fan of the Short Circuit movie. I remember watching this movie, talking about old school, back when it first came out, and this probably came out like 87 maybe, 88, I'm not for sure exactly. But this was so good. I loved it so much. They're both widescreen. The song on here from Short Circuit was awesome with Ali Sheedy. You have Steve Guttenberg in here. Who else? Fisher Stevens is in this. I just love this movie so much. I love Short Circuit. It's like such a 80s time capsule. It reminds me of my childhood. I've never seen part 2, but it has a making of featurette and a profile actor of Fisher Stevens. So You know, like I said, I got it for $1. If it doesn't turn out to be any good, then, you know, guess what? I still got the first one. So, guys, hope you all enjoyed. I'm done this. Shockingly, I've done it in less than 16 minutes. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I look forward to leaving your all's comments. Let me know what you all think. So I got all this for, like I said, about $15, $18, I guess, with tax and all that. So how do you all think I did? What were the highlights? What were some of the things you enjoyed seeing? Have you seen some of the movies before? Are you collecting yourself? Are you buying stuff? What are you seeing out there? What have you picked up recently? So leave it all below if you can. Until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.